Good morning, children. Welcome back to English online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. How are you all doing, children? I hope you all are doing great and staying safe at home. Yes? I also hope that you are going through your daily lessons. Yes? Okay. Okay, let's start our today's session. Today we will discuss Chapter 6, Verbs from our grammar text. I have already told you that we have 8 parts of speech. Which are those 8 parts of speech? They are nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions and interjections. We have already studied 3 parts of speech. Which are they? They are nouns, pronouns and adjectives. And today we will discuss verbs. Okay children, what am I doing now? I am speaking to you, right? And to be more specific, I am teaching you English grammar. And what about you children? You are listening to English online class. So we both are doing an action, right? We are performing an action. We human beings, we cannot be ideal without performing an action. We are constantly in some or other activities. We are constantly doing actions. For example, now you are listening to English online class. Listening is an action. After that, what do? You watch the animated video of these topics. Right? Again, watching is an action. After that, what do? You take down the notes. Taking down is an action. Writing down the notes is an action. Writing is an action. After writing, what do? You attempt the test. Attempting the test is also an action. After that, you may have your lunch. Eating food is also an action. Eating is an action. So, we are always engaged in some or other activities. So, children, let's come to our topic. Verbs are action words. The words that denote an action. Words that express an action are called verbs. Okay? For example, drink, eat, sleep, play, study, learn. All these are verbs. All these are action words. For example, my sister is studying in 10th standard. Here, which is the action word? Studying is the action word. And before studying, you can see a word that is is. Is the helping verb or auxiliary verb that you have already studied in lesson 4 at the games, right? Next, he makes kites. Here, which is the action word, children? It is makes. What is he doing? What is the action performed by him? He is making a kite. Making is an action. I hope you understood how to identify verbs in a sentence. The action words in a sentence, isn't it? Okay. Next, we have an exercise to do. In exercise A, in page number 72, they have given you 2 sets of action words, 2 sets of verbs. From that, we had to select some of the words and frame sentences. We had to make sentences. So, I have given you 5 sentences and the rest of the sentences we have to do it alone. Children, now you have studied what are verbs. You understood verbs are words that denote action. In short, they are called action words. Now we want to know when this action is performed. We want to know the time of an action. Only then our communication would be effective. For example, if I say the cat sleeping under the table. Did you get the time when the cat is sleeping? No. If I used the cat is sleeping under the table, you know it is a present action. It is happening now. If I say the cat was sleeping under the table, it means it happened sometime in the past. It is not sleeping now. If I say the cat will be sleeping under the table or the cat will sleep under the table, it means sometime in the future it might come here and sleep under the table. Okay? When I used is sleeping, you understood that it is a present action. When I used was sleeping, you understood it is a past action. And when I used will sleep, you understood that it will happen sometime in the future. So there are 3 tenses. Which are the 3 tenses? Present tense, past tense and future tense. So tenses are divided into 3, present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense again have 4 forms. They are simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. But we will study only simple present tense and present continuous tense. Rest of the forms we will study in our higher classes. Now children, when do we use this simple present tense? When we want to express a habitual action or permanent truth. What do you mean by habitual action? Habitual action means the actions that are repeated and that becomes part of our habit. For example, he goes to church every Sunday. That means every Sunday he will go to church. That is a repeated action. Another example, my grandfather takes tea without sugar. Again, that is a habitual action. That is part of his habit. He never takes tea with sugar. He always takes tea only without sugar. So it is part of his habitual action, the action that is repeated every day. So if we want to express such habitual actions, we have to use simple present tense. Now let's come to the permanent truth. Permanent truth, or we can say it as universal truth. For example, the sun rises in the east. Will it change one day? No. Sun will only rise in the east. It will not change. So it is a permanent truth, or it is a universal truth. Now water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Next example, the earth moves around the sun. So the earth will be moving only around the sun. It is a permanent truth or a universal truth. Now, which all words denote the simple present tense? In the first sentence I told the sun rises in the east. Rises is the simple present tense. And next I told the earth moves around the sun. Here moves is a simple present tense. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Boils is a simple present tense. So how can we form simple present tense? By using the base form of the verb. Sometimes we will have to add s in order to make it a singular verb. Okay. So what do you mean by base form? For example, break, broke, broken. Here break is a base form of the verb. Broke and broken is a past form and the past participle. V2 and V3 form. Drink, drank, drunk. Here drink is the base form. Drank is a past form and drunk is a past participle of V3 form. I hope you understood how to identify the base forms, right? It is from the base forms we form another forms like past form or past participle. For example, I walk to school every day. That is a habitual action that I do it every day. It is a repeated action. So as I is a plural subject, I used only walk. I haven't added s. If I used he, I can add s. He walks to school every day because he is a singular subject, so I can use s. Okay. So in order to make the verb singular, we have to add s. So I hope you understood simple present tense. Next, we will study about present continuous tense. It is the second form of our present tense. And now when do we use this present continuous tense? When we want to express an action that is still going on at the time of speaking. When we want to express an action that is in progress. That is in progress means that is still continuing. In order to express a continuing or ongoing action, we have to express it in present continuous tense. For that we use is or am or are plus verb plus ing form. Okay. For example, they are playing football. Here which is a present continuous tense? Are playing. We told that we can use are or am or is plus verb plus ing. So here I have used are because they is a plural subject. Are playing. Play is a verb. I have added ing. So you have to add ing to the verb. Only then it will become a continuous tense. Okay. Let us see some more examples. For example, it is raining still. Here is raining is the present continuous tense. Rain is a verb. I have added ing in order to make it present continuous tense. Another example, I am reading newspaper. Here am reading is a present continuous tense. Because with am we can only use I. We can only use I. I am reading newspaper. Here am reading is a present continuous tense. Am plus verb. Here which is a verb? Read. Plus I have used ing form. So read plus ing becomes the present continuous tense. I hope you understood how to form present continuous tense. Now let's discuss the textual exercises. In page number 73, exercise A, you have to match column A with column B. So they have given you some sentences in present tense. You have to match those two parts of the sentences. In exercise B, you have to write down your favorite habits. Your habitual action, the habits that you do repeatedly or the habits that you repeat every day. In exercise C, you have to write down some activities that is going on in your class, ongoing actions, the actions that are in progress. Now that you are not in class, still just imagine and write or frame some sentences. And the next exercise, in that they have given you some verbs in the bracket. They have given you a verb in the bracket. You have to find out the correct form of that verb. You have to either use a simple present tense or present continuous tense. I hope you understood how to do the textual exercises. I also hope that you understood today's topic clearly. So children, it's time to wind up the session. See you in the next class.